Hi, Prema. So I wanted to do a quick run through on your Bezier curve exercises. You did a pretty good job. Uh, these are all pretty simple. These are just click and click and click. And you did pretty well on the first page there. And looks like you're pretty in control. Uh, this looks okay on sheet 2. You had a little more trouble on page 2. I'm not sure why you had this little overhang here. Let me just move that whole thing out of the way and just show you. See that little hook there? So actually, if you clicked on that endpoint and just deleted it, you'd have something that looked exactly like what you were supposed to do. So going to the pen tool, it's really just click, don't lift anything, and just drag out to that red handle. It's right there. And then click here, and then you have to pull down in the opposite direction. That takes a little bit of time getting used to, so don't worry too much. Looks like you did this pretty well. That one looks pretty good. Again, here you had a little bit of a hook on this one. So really it's just click and drag up to the red dot, and then click and drag down until the direction handle on that side hits that, and then you click away, and then you're in good shape. This one looks like it got a little bit out of control, but here is click, drag out to that red point, let go, click, and pull in the opposite direction. And it's not exact, but that's close enough. And then you click on the pen tool again to start a new one. Here, it looks like you got that one okay. Yep, that one's fine. It looks like you were doing pretty well here. Yeah, very good, very good. Let's unlock that. These are all good. You got a little bit of a extra segment there. So really what you're trying to do is click, shift, click, hold down the shift key and click again so you have a nice horizontal line, then shift, click so you get a perpendicular line. Okay, it says first shift click, then go back to the last point and click, drag, click again and pull out direction point there. Pull, click, and pull down on that direction handle. Then go back to the last point and click. So you click there and then hold down and shift click. So that's what you're supposed to end up with. Let's come back down to here. Looks like you generally may have had a few too many anchor points. Here, it looks like you kind of lost your way a little bit. So here would be click and drag out, and maybe around here, click and drag down. And you're always going in the opposite direction. Click and drag up, and then click and drag down. So you're always kind of alternating the direction that you're pulling the direction handles in. You made a good effort on this one. I have to say, this is not easy, so I'm going to say yes on that one. Yeah, you have a little extra segment here down here. So really, it's click and drag up, and then click and drag down to complete that curve. then go back to last point and Option click. This freezes the position of this, holding down the Option key and then click and drag in the new direction. This is really important, that Option click. And then again here, when you're doing like humps, you need to hold down the Option key before you start. Now I'm holding down the Option key again, and I'm not holding down the Option key. I can just finish it up like that. Okay, so that's that. Now this one really just had too many anchor points, so I'm going to move that off. You ended up with a pretty good estimation of it, but here I'm going to click and drag out, click and drag down. All right, it's not perfect. I can always go down to my direct selection tool and adjust the direction handles. I'm going to go back to my pen tool, and here if I clicked and just started a drag, this section would whip around. So I'm going to hit Command Z. If I hold down the Option key and drag out, that freezes this segment so it doesn't whip around. Just simple click and drag down. Every time I start a little hump here, I'm going to hold down the Option key. Let go of the Option key now. Click. Hold down on the Option key. Hold down on the Option key. And going all the way around like that. So if you look now, here I could use the direct selection tool and click on this segment and readjust the direction handle for that. This is what I like about Illustrator. It's very, very forgiving. You can really go back. So try, now you had additional points in between. All you really need is a point here, a point here, a point here, and a point here. This does take practice. If I were you and I had a little more time, I would go back and try to redo this one and any of the other ones that had the little hooks. I'd give you like a 80% out of 100 on this one. So if you do decide to redo any of it, upload it, send me a ping, and I'll give you some extra points for redoing it. All right, good luck.